Over the next couple of lectures, we will add the login functionality to our website. And in this lecture, we will start by actually rendering out the login screen to make it easy for users to log in. And once more, I actually want this to be a challenge for you, so that you can actually practice some of the skills that you've been learning. So what I want you to do is to create a /login route. Okay, then create a controller and of course a template. And that template is really easy. It's just some static HTML and we don't need to pass any variables into it. Okay, there's a template for that actually here in the templates folder, and so that should be then really easy for you to complete. Okay, so pause this video and come back once you're ready. Okay, welcome back, and I hope you completed this challenge successfully. And so here is my take on it. So router.get, the route is /login, and then views controller dot get login form. So that's the route handler that I'm going to create next. So exports dot get login form response. And here we don't need any more than just a request and response. Actually, up here I'm seeing that we're missing the next. All right, so always when we have async functions wrapped in catch async, we should always specify next. All right, but here all we really need to do is to now render a login template. So we didn't create that template just yet, but it's going to be called login. And so let's say res.status 200, render the template called login, and then as with all our other pages, we actually want to give it a custom title. And so for that, we've always passed in an object with the title property, right? And so the base template will then read that title and put it in the title HTML element, okay? And in this case, the title is simply log into your account. And that's it for the route handler. Now let's go ahead, open the login template, select all, copy all, close it, and create the new view in here. Call, of course, login.pug. Then pasting that code here. And now comes again that trick where we extend our base template, right? So this one extends the base file, and then don't forget that in here we need to create a block with the exact same name as we have in the base file. And so that is content. And with this, we're actually done, I believe. So of course we need to indent, so to make it a child of this block, but that's actually it. Okay, now just one more thing that we need to do is to actually set a link to the login page so that we can actually access that, right? So right now the login and sign up buttons are actually using the button element, okay? But like this, we cannot really specify the href attribute. And so let's change them actually to a real link. And then here we can specify the href. All right. And so this one simply points to login. And the second one here, the sign up, we will actually not implement. Okay. So you can implement this on your own if you feel like it. So basically a sign up form. But since all that, so the whole process of signing up is going to be very similar to logging in, I decided not to include that here in this section because that would just be a lot of duplicate content and I don't want to make the course unnecessarily long. Okay, so give this a save. I don't know if this now restarts the server. Actually, it doesn't. So let's save one of these JavaScript files. And so now this is our reference website, remember. And so what we want is this one. So let's come to all tours. And now let's try our login route. And indeed, here goes our form. Great. So now here we can put in some email. Let's say admin.naders.io. And you see that it nicely formats this input here, whether the email address is actually valid or not. For example, if I don't have the extension here correct, then it will become orange, telling me that something is wrong. And the same thing for the password. So as long as I have less than 8 characters, this will always be red, basically telling me that there's an error. And so now that I have 8 characters, it turns green. And if you're interested in how to do this kind of magic with CSS, then please feel free to check out the CSS file that I coded just for this course. Anyway, of course, clicking this button here now does absolutely anything, right? And so in the next video, we will actually really start to implement the login functionality actually by doing a request to our API endpoint that we already created.